Hi guys, and welcome to Shelly's Homemade. And today, guys, we're going to be making one of the most famous side dishes of all times. Homemade mashed potatoes, guys. Homemade mashed potatoes. For your mashed potatoes, you're going to need 2 cups of uh, instant mashed potato. You're going to need 4 russet potatoes. You can use Idaho if you have it. Whichever one you is going to be fine. You're going to need 6 cloves of garlic. These are homemade garlic mashed potatoes. I defy anybody. I guess semi, because I'm using instant mashed potatoes. Heavy cream, salt, garlic powder, and a stick of unsalted butter, guys. I have a stick of unsalted cream butter. I have some garlic powder, some salt, some heavy cream. Alright? So, first thing first, let's peel our potatoes. So I'm going to show you how to peel it with a peeler. Please don't peel with a knife. I mean, you can cut yourself. Plus, you're cutting off more flesh than you need to cut off. So only thing, just take it, hold the potato, and pull the potato peeler towards yourself and keep turning it. And then go around with it. Go around. Just go around with it. It's not hard. You're not going to cut yourself. Don't do this to the potato. Don't do that. Alright? Pull it towards yourself. Alright? You can do it turning it like this, guys. Just turn it towards yourself. Do not do anything else. And see how simple and quick that was to peel that potato? You're pulling it towards yourself. Okay? How easy that was. I'm giving it just a quick rinse. Alright, so we don't want these potatoes to oxidize, so we're going to get them into some water. We're going to rinse them several times to get that starch off. Starch is not good for mashed potatoes, and the reason why starch is not good for mashed potatoes is because I'm cutting it down the middle. It's because it'll make your mashed potatoes gummy. We don't want gummy mashed potatoes. This is going to be a chunky mashed potato. I like chunky mashed potato. If you like smooth mashed potatoes, by all means, cream it out. I don't like to use a mixer for these. It's because we're going to activate that starch, and we don't want to activate the starch. We're going to use a smasher. We're going to smash it. Alright? Cut the potato down the middle. And just cut it into chunks. Alright? And we're putting it in here in the water so it does not oxidize, so that the potatoes can give you, the potatoes can be rinsed off into the starch. It doesn't oxidize, doesn't turn brown on you guys. That's what we don't want. We don't want it to turn brown. So we're just going to chop up our potatoes and get them right into the water. Right as you chop them. Just get them right in the water. Try to cut them same size as much as you can. If not, it's fine. Even if the ones are just mushy, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's not the end of the world. Alright? Chop. So give your potatoes a couple of rinses so the water comes clear and you're rinsing off most of that starch. Alright, that's the secret to a good mashed potato. You're not using a hand mixer, and if you want it a little more smoother, take a spoon and just keep and whip it. Don't use a hand mixer. I'm sorry, it makes it gummy. I don't like it. That's just my opinion when it comes to mashed potatoes. You don't need much to make a big thing of mashed potatoes. We want to boil this water. Alright, so next, let's smash up our garlic. Just get it in there. These are big garlic pieces, just like that. Get it in there. Now let's remove the paper from our garlic. Alright, so what we're going to do with these And we're going to put this in the water with our mashed potatoes, with our potatoes, and just let it cook with the potatoes. And not only that, we're going to take these and put it into, we're going to heat some cream, our heavy cream and butter together. And we're going to cream it right in there. We're going to throw some garlic in there too. We're going to infuse that with garlic flavor. So these are garlic mashed potatoes, guys. These are some of the best mashed potatoes you're ever going to eat. I'm not lying. Alright, so let me get my potatoes a rinse. We're going to get them into a pot of cold water so it can come up to a boil together. Even cook on it. We don't have to wait for the other potatoes to get done. If you put them in hot water, some potatoes will start to cook, some won't. But that way we'll get it all up to an even cooking temperature. Alright, so I'm going to show you what to do next when I come back. So I have cold water in my pot, and I've rinsed these potatoes several times, and see it's cold. I put my hand in it, and now I'm ready to boil. But first we're gonna salt these potatoes, because these potatoes need to be salted, because you can't cook potatoes, rice, grits, or anything without starting with salt first. Those greens, those potatoes, sweet potatoes, all that stuff needs salt. So we've salted the water. Oh, I'm sorry. So we've salted the water. The next step is we're going to stir it around so that the salt is evenly distributed through the water. We're going to throw this big giant clove and the two small ones right in there with it. Okay, and I still got a peel. Let's get that out. Alright, so we just stir it in, and this is going to infuse the potatoes with garlic. And when we drain most of this water off, we're not going to drain all of it. We're going to drain most of the water off. We're going to leave the garlic in, and we're going to add our instant mashed potatoes, and we're going to add our heavy cream and butter. We're going to smash this down. We're going to slowly incorporate our heavy cream and butter to it. So when I come back, we're going to do just that. Now it's time to check the potatoes to see if they're fork tender. Yes, they are fork tender, guys. So we're going to turn this off, drain most of the water out of the pan, and we'll be back. So while I'm draining the water off, let's add some heavy cream to our pan, and our garlic. What's our garlic? A cup and a half of heavy cream, guys, and this whole stick of butter. And we're just going to let that come up and get nice and warm for us, because we don't want to add cold milk or heavy cream or half and half, whatever you have, to piping hot potatoes. Alright, so let's get that done. We'll be back. Alright, so leave like a cup of water in, like that. Let's just get the rest of this in here. This is 2 cups of instant mash. And we're just going to mash this together, just like that. And try not to scratch your pan up. You know, I do have a plastic one, but this is the closest to me. Alright, all in there, just like that. And look at that. I love chunky mashed potatoes, guys. If you don't like it, you know, smooth it out a little more. Alright, I'm going to turn this whole off. the eye of the stove, whatever you want to call it. Turn it on. All of that out of there. Now we're going to take our warm milk. And I want to try to get all of that garlic out. It's just beautiful. Just get that mixed in. Just like that. And try to get everything off the bottom. And just add a little at a time, because you don't want to add too much. I love a chunky mashed potato, guys. I don't know about you guys. Get that out. A chunky. You want to get all that butter in there. And just smash it some more, because we want to smash that garlic in there. Let me get that garlic in there, guys. Just work it in. Look at this. Right in the same pot you boiled it in. No muss, no fuss, no extra cleanup. Oh, look at these mashed potatoes, guys. If you wanted to, you can add some parsley to it, but I don't like to add parsley to my mashed potato. That's just a Shelly thing, because I like how beautiful it is without it. Now we're going to sprinkle just a little bit, half a teaspoon. It's all you're going to need. All you're going to need. Now I was going to add my light salt to this, but I think I'm going to add some kosher salt instead, guys. Kosher salt. Remember, we salted the potatoes, so like a teaspoon, some salt of the kosher salt. Get it in there. Oh man, look at that. These potatoes are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna add the rest of my milk. I don't want to add the garlic. I don't want to overpower it with garlic. The rest of the way, just add a spoon to it. Just take your spatula or your spoon, whatever you have. I don't want to scratch my pan, so I switched to a spatula. Oh, look at that. It smells amazing. It looks amazing. Man, these are going to be the best mashed potatoes you ever tasted, guys. Oh. Look at this. Alright, because, you know, like I said, we don't want to mix it too much, so I'm using my spatula also to fold in. Alright, so let's just give it a taste. Taste, guys. It's not be smacking my lips, guys. Guys, smacking. You need a little more salt. A little more salt. That's why I didn't add the light salt. The potatoes take a lot of salt. Nobody's gonna tell you this, but when you got potatoes, you got to season them babies. You got to season them. Nobody make mashed potatoes like the Shelster guys. Oh. Look at that, nice and thick, creamy, delicious mashed potatoes, guys. Oh, and I love my pan because it's non-stick, nothing sticking to the bottom of this baby. I'm gonna use the back of my fork because I already didn't. Perfect. Mm. Oh man, look at that. Perfect mashed potatoes, guys. Every freaking time you taste that garlic in there, infused with all the garlic, all the butter, all the cream. Mm. Try these mashed potatoes, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, guys, y'all have a wonderful day, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Oh, I tasted these. Woo!